Hello guys, so we are going to start with the Christmas inspiration and we are going to do a Christmas card. So I am using here mixed media paper and I will be using watercolors and this paper is very good for that. So I have this Winsor and Newton watercolors in indigo, gray and turquoise blue. So I am using mainly the indigo, but I will be mixing some of the others. And as you can see, I used my jelly plate as a way to spread the watercolor and then the roller, because it's a fast way to spread the pigment. And then while it's still wet, I am using a brush, a very cheap brush with water, just to spread a little more the pigment on the page. And I am going to give you a tip here. When you're working on one side of the paper, sometimes the paper gets folded. So what you have to do is just spray some water on the other side, and in that way it will be completely straight. So now I will be doing the same in 3 sheets. Why 3? Because I want to have enough backgrounds to make cards and also tags, because the next video is going to be tags. So I wanted to have enough background. So I'm working on 3 sheets at a time. So it depends on your watercolors and the way you use the water. But in my case, I needed from 2 to 3 coats because it was not so pigmented as I wanted. Because what I want is to have an effect of like Christmas night sky, so I wanted to be very dark. And I am giving some colors with the gray and the turquoise, and not too much the turquoise because as I said, I wanted to have like this night sky, but just little touches here and there. So you let it dry. Once you finish with the layers. And as you can see here, for example, it was too light. So what I am doing now is just creating another layer. And as you can see, this brush that is pretty cheap, but it's amazing because you have the brush strokes and also it's very fast. So here you can see the difference when I use more the gray against when I use more the blue, the indigo. And I will be working in that sheet that it's completely dry, and we will going to start the second layer that is gonna be with a stencil. So I have this stencil from a Spanish company called Fridita Scrap, and I will be doing a mix of a transparent gesso and this texture powder of Finnabair. There is no formula. I mean, you have to mix it till you have like a paste that has a good consistency to use it over the stencil, like a frosting texture, let's say. And then I will be mixing it with a dye, a gold dye from Set After. And it gives a really interesting color. It's not exactly gold, it's like a pink brownish color that I love it because it's very interesting when you mix it with the indigo. And this is what I wanted, and a color in between the gold and the white. And I have this tool that it's very useful for spreading the paste onto the stencil that I learned from Laura Mixed Media. I don't know if you know her, but it's a mixed media artist that she has also a YouTube channel, and you can follow her because she's doing amazing collage and amazing work with abstract and florals, which is also my style. So this tool allows you to really spread very well in the paste onto the page, because the amount that I had at the beginning, it was enough for the 3 sheets. So yeah, really good tool. And as you can see, I'm playing with the pattern. The pattern is a circle. So as I told before, I wanted like a blue sky. So I am repeating the pattern in order to have the stars all around the page. And I will be doing the same on the 3 sheets, but I will not put all the process because it's exactly the same. As you can see here, I started, but I cut the video there. And now, when it's completely dry, I am doing some gold splashes with the set after dye. And here it is when it's completely dry. So as I said, I did 3 sheets, and I will be using one of those to make the card. So before that, the last layer, it's gonna be, well, not the last, it's gonna be some stamping. I have this stamp, 8 years now that I have it, so very old stamp, but I use it a lot because it has like little florals that you can mix together. And I am just stamping when I see that there is a space, sometimes in one direction and in the contrary, so it gets balanced. And I am stamping on all the pages, so in order not to mess up with the table and everything, I am just putting the 2 sheets together. And now I'm measuring it, which is 10 centimeters per 15 centimeters in my case, the base. So I am cutting that to have it at the same size. And I will be glue it down. In my case, I would rather prefer to have the double side tape, but I didn't have. So what I am using here is the matte fluid medium from Liquitex because the paper is strong enough. And also I will be putting some books, some weight on top of it, so it's going to be dry straight. But I would recommend to use the double side tape. In that way you don't get a possible folded paper. And I am making sure that on the corners especially it's very well glued down. And you can leave it there for about 15 minutes or even more if you want. And then I have this sponge, which I absolutely love it because it creates lovely snowflakes and also these negative shapes that maybe you can even use it also for the postcard. And now it comes the fun part for me, at least, which is the distribution and thinking about the composition. But before doing that, I realized that there were still some spaces that I could fill in with the stamp. So I am using the same stamp as before in a random way and just finishing the postcard. And then at the beginning I was thinking to distribute the snowflakes like in a grid, but then I thought that no, that what I wanted is like the snowflakes on the bottom, just simulating the snow in the ground. And then I realized that I wanted even more texture, so what I am doing here is putting 2 pieces together. And then I am gluing with the matte medium, the fluid matte medium. And this is a part that is very relaxing. As the pieces are a little small, you have to have patience sometimes, especially with the double elements. But it's very easy. And also the matte fluid medium is a little slow, so you really have to give it time. And then I thought that I wanted even more texture, so I am putting again some pieces more to put like 3 layers on some places. And you can absolutely put a sentiment if you want. I like this abstract postcard, so I will leave it as it is and put my words inside, of course. And even if you want to put a sentiment, maybe you can leave the card in the previous stage, but I feel like these snowflakes give like a Christmas touch, right? And also the white, it's giving a nice contrast. So that's it for this video. I hope you like it. See you in the next one with a Christmas tag, and have a nice week. Bye.